Welcome everybody to the Gecko Pod, episode number 36. We are a podcast for the gecko community where we talk about the hobby and business of breeding geckos. We hope to excite people, bring more people into the hobby so we can all just have a good time of enjoying our animals, creating the best projects, and just building a good community here. My name is Harry with Zero's Geckos. AJ is AJD Reptiles. And today we have Janine Treehouse Geckos.
Finally, we're here.
Sorry,
We're trying
guys.
to get you on since last year.
I'm so sorry.
We had a running
don't
joke
apologize.
for a while. We're like, I think we have mentioned Janine every episode for like 20 episodes
So
straight.
awesome.
Because we're just
Janine
talking
finally
about,
heard
people
us.
would be talking about caps, and we're like, but you got to buy caps from Janine. And we were just,
Yeah.
I'm like, at some point she's got to sponsor us or something.
We just
So
refer
much.
to all the Janine caps, Janine Frapps,
Yeah, treehouse caps. Yep. Don't buy any other ones.
Yeah, so no, it's awesome to have you on, Janine. Thanks for finally hanging out with us. It took
Thank you all.
thank you for allowing me to pester you.
Always.
Yeah. But how you doing? How's everything? How's life and the geckos and
Good.
Good?
Good.
yeah.
Yep. Geckos
Season's
are-
okay so far?
What's that?
Your season is okay so far?
I got a late start, so I haven't had a single egg hatch yet.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
How many eggs
But that
are
might be
cooking?
good.
It is
Yeah.
good because I'm still kind of full from last season. I'm out of space.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm okay with going slow for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know how many eggs I have. Maybe 40 or 50 now. Not many.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm slowing down a little bit for
Yeah.
now.
Janine, before we jump in, I know you wanted to do, when we were chatting, you wanted to do something special for this episode, and you wanted to do a giveaway, right?
Yes.
You want to tell us about your giveaway animal, and then you can share the details of how to get this animal.
Yeah, cool. So I wanted to give away a cap. He or she is a dirty spoon baby.
Yeah.
Pretty.
It's amazing. I don't know the sex of it yet. It's still about 5 or 6 grams. So yeah, I thought it would be nice for somebody to win
Awesome.
this baby.
Yep. Awesome. And how we can win is, I think we were chatting a little bit. I guess there are a couple ways we can do it, right, AJ? I think
Yep.
we can once we post this episode on the Gecko Pod Instagram, then you can reshare that onto your story. So every reshare we see, and then
Yeah.
we'll put you down for an entry
Is
for that
that
giveaway.
Yeah, that's
Harry,
cool.
are we gonna do the like the teaser clip? Is that what we're gonna do, or like the official
Yeah.
post for the episode?
Yeah. So the official post will be that reshare.
Okay.
So once
okay.
once
We'll let
we,
people
so-
know.
Yeah, for the preview we can mention it, but then the actual reshare is the actual post.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
so people can watch the episode as well.
Sounds good.
So we'll do that, and then we'll also another way to enter, and I'll keep track of this. We'll see how many people enter.
I can help if you need me to.
Yeah, subscribe to the Gecko Pod YouTube channel, like it, and put a comment down. So I'll
On the
track it
YouTube
off in
video.
your comments, and then we'll write that down as well. And then another way to enter is to follow Janine at Treehouse Geckos at her Instagram, and Janine wherever else you want to be followed.
That's fine.
This is-
Instagram's fine. Facebook.
Okay.
So
Okay.
are you gonna? Can I clarify?
Yes.
Do you
Yes,
get
clarify.
multiple ways to like? Can
Yes.
you get 3 entries if you do all of
Yes.
them? Okay.
Correct. Yes.
So you'll
And-
get more
and that's-
entries the more of those things you do, and then
Yes.
we'll compile that all together and then draw from that.
Yes, and the reason I want to do that, we want to do that, is because it gets confusing if you have to chain every single thing. You're like, what
That's true.
step am I on? So just do
Right.
one if you want to do one, and just reshare this the story to your stories, and you're entered. So
Cool.
And so when are we giving it away? When's the
we'll. So today, what is today's date? I lost track of the
Today's
date.
Wednesday.
Tuesday?
Wednesday.
No,
Do we want
Okay.
to do we want to do the giveaway like
Okay.
Friday
Okay. So I'll try to do my best
or
to
Saturday?
post this up by Thursday.
Okay.
But it's funny we're chatting about this live
Behind the curtain.
Um,
Behind the curtain.
yeah, behind the curtains.
It's
We'll
all
just
right.
say either Thursday or Friday, and then you have the rest of the remaining days of the weekend to share it, and then we'll draw it on Monday. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So it'll be released either Thursday or Friday, this episode, and then we have like 3 or 4 days to post it.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Cool. Yeah. So we gotta get all the numbers up for everybody, and so that everyone can learn and grow and spread the news of the Gecko Pod and Janine, and it'll be good. It'll be fun.
That'd be
Yeah.
good.
So thanks, Janine. Thanks for throwing in this chat.
course.
Excited for this one.
great.
We can do some shirts too, AJ. I think we can figure that out too.
Yeah,
Maybe like
we can do that.
maybe like the second and third winners we can throw some shirts.
Shirts,
in. So,
yeah. That
yeah,
sounds
that'll
awesome.
be good. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, Janine, a quick rundown. Give us a rundown of who you are, where you were born and raised, where you're located now, and how you came up with your name. Those are the intro questions we always ask.
So I was born in Iowa, and my dad got transferred here in Texas when I was 4. So I've been here a long time. And I live in Allen, which is like 25 miles north of Dallas.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I'm still in the big city pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Dallas is very large, so I'd imagine you're pretty close. Even 25 miles.
Yeah.
Are you
I have
planning
to
to stay?
drive through horrible traffic to get to the hub.
Oh no. Are you planning to stay in Texas for forever?
It's a good question. I don't really want to. I want to move on a little bit, maybe to the East Coast,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
we'll see. I need to get my kid graduated from high school first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, for sure.
The
Yeah.
East Coast is
Talking about
nice. I keep trying to get Harry to move out to the East Coast. I'm like, hey, you want to come out here?
We'll see how gecko stuff goes, and then maybe we'll have to migrate. So so we'll see. And how did you come up with your name, Janine Treehouse?
When I first started, I was actually Crested Days. And a lot
Oh.
of people don't know this, but I was breeding day geckos too. For a long
okay.
time. And then I switched it over to Treehouse because I kind of gave up on the day geckos.
Hmm.
I ran out of room, basically. But Treehouse, as a kid, that's where your dreams. That's where you dream. You go up into the treehouse and it
That's
holds
cool.
all your secrets and it holds all your dreams, and so that's kind of where it came from.
Hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
love
really good. And yeah, when did you start, Janine? What year did you start? Oh, when did you start day geckos and then into cresteds? How about that? What is that transition?
So I had reptiles for a long, long time as a kid and an adolescent. Then I kind of took a break and I went to fish tanks. I did planted fish tanks, and I
Yeah.
bred
Oh, really?
angelfish and cichlids and all that. And so then I kind of picked back up on the reptiles. I guess that was around 2016,
Okay.
and I was doing day geckos then. And then my sister gave me my first crested gecko. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then it just took off. I went from 1 to 8 to 20 to 40, and here we are.
Yeah. What kind of
It
gecko
goes
was it?
out
that
of
she gave you?
control quick.
Where
What?
did she get that gecko from?
I
From a
think
show?
she got it from Petco.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It was her pet.
Okay. Oh, that's
so
very
fun.
cool.
That's a lot of people's story, but that's
Yeah.
the best. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, for sure.
There is pros to the whole, animals being at Petco. It got a lot of us in, right? Like,
Well, yeah, when
The
you're first starting, you want to spend a whole ton of money on them.
yeah.
Till you
And
know it's something you're really good at.
Or you wouldn't even know what they are. You just
Right.
happen to see one at a chain pet store or whatever.
Yeah. I was kind of freaked out by their eyes at first, if I'm being honest.
They're kind of
They're kind of creepy.
Yeah, they're like little galaxies, seeing them, and they're just, I don't know. I was creeped out. at first.
Lychee eyes are even crazier. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
they are,
Chihuahua
sure.
eyes are crazy too.
Yeah,
It's like lightning in their
Yeah.
eyes.
no, it's weird.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you have oh no, you didn't even say, I guess. How many breeders do you have going for your season?
So I'm probably sitting at right about 300, and that's with my hatchlings.
300 animals. Oh, with your
300.
hatchling. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pairings do you do usually per season? Are you ramping up, or do you kind of maintain the same amount?
I'm really slowing down this season.
Okay.
Gosh, I think I hatched around 360 babies last season.
Wow.
That's quite a
Okay.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. So that was just too much for one person.
Oh yeah, you're by
You
yourself.
know? Yeah.
Oh,
I have my neighbor come and help me clean sometimes, but she's a teenager and she's busy. And so, a lot of the time I get stuck doing it on my own.
yeah. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of animals.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
that feeding nights must take a long time too.
Yeah,
I'd
they
imagine.
do. And cleaning. Cleaning for
Cleaning
sure.
is the killer that people don't calculate for.
It takes forever. Yeah.
It's
You
such a beat down.
Yeah. Yeah, when you first have like a few animals, you don't think about cleaning because it's not enough animals. But
Right.
then when you cross that like I always say 200 is the mark where like
You start feeling it.
you start feeling the difference. And then cleaning 200 plus animals is just like, okay, this is like a lot of work.
You see crickets a lot.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have to change paper towel constantly.
Yeah.
Or
it's
if you don't do
massive.
paper towel, still it's just
Right.
Yeah, do substrate. Oh man.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
crazy.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the more crickets you feed, the more you have to clean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely
For
poop
sure.
a lot more.
Yeah.
So are you trimming down like half the amount, or what's your season looking like for this one?
So I was really working hard on the caps, trying to learn them,
Yeah.
figure them
Yeah.
out, get some better head structure out of them.
Yeah.
And so this year I'm kind of slowing down on that, and I'm really concentrating on just those high white caps, the vibrancy and the better head structure.
Yeah.
So I think I've only paired about 22 so far.
Okay.
This
Of your
season?
top stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. Yeah. Yeah. So you're most well known, Janine, for your caps, fraps. How did you come about getting the first caps, and did you know about it back then, or how did you come across it? Nobody knew about it.
I didn't know about
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
That's why that's why I named them the Tuxedo Line, because I knew they were special.
Oh,
And I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about them, but nobody knew. So I paired a lily white to a charcoal, and I got this really badass lily white charcoal.
yeah. Yeah.
And then I picked up another charcoal male. He was the cap. I did not
Oh,
know he was the cap. He has no lineage.
Where'd you get that one from? If you don't mind me asking.
He came out of a group, and I bought him from Olivia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
She doesn't know where he came from either.
Yeah. That's very
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, I know, because I know Kyle Cryptiles has Starbucks that he got from you,
Yeah.
and then I don't. Did you guys know there was a Frapp back then, or not? You
It
guys
was just a
didn't know
cool
yet, huh?
lily.
I mean, yeah, Kyle and I talked. We knew
Yeah.
it was probably a Frapp, but
Mm,
I couldn't guarantee that for him.
yeah.
And he was like, I don't care, I want it. So we went
And he
with
got-
that, and
and it turned out well.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Oh, that's cool. Did you who came up? I don't know this, AJ. Who came up with the names Cap Frapps, or does anybody know?
I think it came out of RCK.
yep, Don,
Oh, okay.
I think Don named him.
Got
yep,
it. Yeah, and you chat with Don a lot, Janine, in terms
yes,
of like, okay.
Don is my bud
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
death. Yes,
Yeah.
he's a cool guy.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot of each other's stuff?
No, I don't have any of his stuff.
Oh,
Well, actually, he gifted me. I don't know if he wants me to say this, but he gifted me a super because he
Nice.
wanted me to have a healthy one.
Hmm.
And she's beautiful and amazing and healthy. But that's all I have of his, and he doesn't
Okay.
have anything of mine.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, you guys both have your unique lines. Yours is definitely very unique. It stands out. Like, it's so contrasty. Like, the structure is
Right.
amazing.
Do you think that the reason for that, Janine, is just because yours originated out of charcoal animals, so they have that darkness underlying everything? Like, why do
Yeah,
you think they have such like a signature like dark look? A lot of them are just so dark and so contrasted.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think pairing a charcoal to a lily really started that foundation.
Hmm.
I mean, with caps, you have to kind of breed outside the box,
Hmm.
You want to put like a cap to the craziest animal you could ever think of. You don't want it to be
Run of the mill stuff.
so standard,
Yeah.
because they're so vibrant and they hatch out just insane stuff. So it's been fun to just breed willy-nilly, if you will,
What have been some things, in your opinion, that have maybe been home runs as far as like out of the box breedings and stuff that's like would not recommend, would not repeat?
Right. The reds are very hard to tell.
If they're caps?
Yeah, they're difficult to tell. They don't necessarily have that paper white when they hatch. And if they did have any white, that becomes really yellow. And so if you don't catch it right when they hatch, it's hard to tell. But the caps to high white tries are insane, for sure.
That's the money.
Okay, so high white try stuff plus that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing on those as they grow out, are those yellowing or no?
Not yet.
Really?
Everything else I have is yellowing, but that one.
So what do you think it is about that? Do you think there's something in that like white pattern gene or that like paper white, gene pool that just is not affected by the melanin of cap? Or if you're going to guess, because like look at like the phantoms, like that center phantom, when they gray out like that.
Yes.
They don't gray out, or they don't. I mean, they look like they're like bright orange and white.
They are like neon yellow. I mean, it's so hard to get pictures of them, but yeah, neon yellow. But I noticed it first in Mighty Story. Like, it seemed the melanin just started taking over everything. And now she's super grayed out.
She's just like all gray, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Weird. I'd like to stop that,
to keep it white.
The white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at what age does it usually start to yellow?
I'd say right at about 35, 40 grams.
Okay. I gotcha.
I didn't notice it until later.
So some of those, I was going to ask you, Janine, I didn't ask you this when we were chatting, but the like red phantom frapps, are you happy with those? Is that something that you would do again? Or do you feel like that kind of stuff that's not like black based, but it's kind of,
I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Especially, when I posted them up on Instagram, everybody really seemed to love them. Okay. I don't know. Phantoms, you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
So,
I love them.
Yeah, me too. They're my favorites.
Yeah. They're great.
But I had a good response and everybody seemed to love them. And I was like, well, okay, maybe we could repair or work on that again.
Yeah.
I was really happy with that line. Their head structure was great too, which is good.
So what was that, a charcoal Frapp bred to a red phantom?
So that was a orange phantom, but her mother was half charcoal, half red.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's where
she was more orange.
Yeah, that's where the charcoal influence is coming from, though, because if you zoom in, you can see a lot of that black. It's weird.
Next one.
That red phantom.
Oh, the red one. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do see a lot of that dark pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming from the charcoal.
Interesting. So when you started the charcoal project, what was that process like? Who did you buy animals from? What was that? Because I know that I feel like it's gotten like charcoal or dark phantoms have kind of become hard to find, hard to buy.
Yeah.
I think
they really are.
Pretty trendy.
Yeah.
And also pretty hard to make nice ones.
Right, it is.
Or hard to find the nice ones to start.
Yeah, especially since Night Gallery's gone. Because that's where I bought my first charcoal, was from Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one from, Altitude, of course.
Yep.
And just kind of started breeding from there. But you can sometimes find some good ones at the shows too.
Just random dark phantoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they never even sold that great.
Really?
Until recently, huh?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I would go to the show in ARBC Arlington and bring a bunch with me, and I'd bring them all back home.
maybe
you.
For a couple
years.
And then you made it popular again. So
Well, yeah, you got to darken them up.
yeah,
Out of that brown head.
yeah,
Try
like
to
that.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been able to successfully keep lines separate that don't have cap in them for your charcoal stuff?
Oof, look at that, so
Oh
dark.
yeah,
I know
Yeah.
that's the concern of some folks.
right. So I only have 4 normal charcoals.
Okay.
Mm.
So females, and I have 1 male left.
Okay.
So baby wise, you're able to tell. I mean, sometimes you can't tell, right? There's sometimes the charcoals are so dark
Right.
that it resembles a cap. But
Right.
how do you tell? Like, are there markers besides it being dark or not?
It's a different kind of dark.
Okay.
It's so hard to explain. I mark my tubs when they first hatch because that white eventually goes away. So you don't want to really count on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's just a different kind of dark. It's like not green, not brown. They are, black and gray.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You guys know
Yeah.
the difference, right?
What about how would you describe the fired down color of
So
charcoal caps?
They're for sure gray.
Gray.
They look like they're in shed almost.
Yeah.
So
Their scales. Have you noticed the scales are different? I think the scales are different.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely unique looking. And do you feel like they have that little bit of like either like orangey undertones or like purpley undertones?
Yeah, purple's a good way to explain it.
But sometimes it looks orange at the right fired stage. It's interesting.
Right.
Like kind of like almost like orange tigerine under the pattern or something.
Yeah, for sure. And their eyelashes are orange a lot of the time.
And the lip on them, it seems like a lot of the lips are pretty white too, at least when they're young.
Yeah.
Like
the dark
lip
tongue,
is
of
super
course.
white. Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard because I've told people a lot. You just have to breed them
to understand
yourself. And I know it's not the answer. Everybody wants to hear, but I'm like, I still don't know for sure. I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Everyone's just trying to figure it out.
So when you made the first, when you bred so what was this? You had said you bred a non-cap animal to a lily, made the dark phantom lily white, and then did you breed that to the male that ended up being cap, and that's when you popped the first Frapps?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So that was the accident part where you were just trying to make more of those?
Yeah, just to
unrelated, but more of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I only kept 1 out of that original pairing, which I regret.
Yeah. How many of those did you think you sold?
Oh gosh. Well, I probably sold 9 or 10 of them at the shows.
Wow.
I don't really have contact with it.
Lucky people. Was that the one that you kept?
That was the second set of babies.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I saw that animal, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?"
Yeah, so pretty. She, the original one that I kept, her name is Rhapsody. She's on Facebook. I don't have her on Instagram. But yeah, I was like, "What is going on here?" And so I had sold the original charcoal to Serena, and then Chrissy bought the lily back. So I reached out to both of them and I was like, "Hey, have y'all noticed anything? This is what's going on." And I kind of tried to pick their brain a little bit, and they hadn't noticed anything, and so we had to just keep breeding to figure it out. And then somebody came up with Cap. I was like, "Oh, that's it."
Figured it out.
There it is. Yeah.
That guy's so dark.
Wow. This thing is black.
Yeah, I'm going to use him this year, I think.
Okay. Yeah, Janine, I can't tell you how long I've looked at your you don't have like a ton of pictures.
I don't,
but,
yeah.
But I just like looking at since like over a year. I just been looking at your stuff, just kind of like studying it. Just like admiring your animals.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm glad everybody loves them.
No, that's
The thing
awesome.
that, and I've praised you for this before on the podcast, or maybe this has just been to Harry, but I like that when I look at your page, it's not stuff I normally see. But
Right.
Yeah,
everything
right.
is a
Unique.
high quality example of that thing. It's not just like weird and not nice. It's weird
Yeah.
and nice,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I
I
like
like.
the weird stuff. That's how I like to breed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Harry when we were doing that, when I was picking trade stuff out for you, Janine, I'm like, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to try to pick. She's like, nothing yellow. It has to be weird and it has to be nice. I'm like, normally weird and nice don't collide.
And you did great. You fit the bill perfectly.
Okay.
You're trying to capture like some new stuff, right? I think you're trying to create something
Yeah, I want to put some new stuff to
new.
caps.
Yeah. Something unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And you don't just have caps going, right? I mean, I
Oh,
had
no,
seen
no, no, no.
in your, I had saw,
You've seen Sables.
I see Sable, I see
Axanthic.
Axanthic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us
I'm
tell us
terrible
about
at
that.
pictures, so I don't post everything up. But I have an empty back line going.
Oh
I
wow.
put her to a phantom het empty back lily white, so that'll be fun.
nice.
And Axanthic to Frappuccino, of course, and some tries, some really nice tries.
Yeah.
And I have a tiger cap project, which is kind of cool. Y'all saw
that's cool.
Tiger on Instagram.
Mhm.
His name is
Funny.
Tiger King, but he is super cool. So I'm excited to see if how that cap works with the tiger.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I've asked you about this one before. This
Yeah.
tiger, right?
Yes, yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, that thing's
Dude,
cool.
that thing is so cool. I really like that.
Was that a yellow tiger bred to a dark cap?
I actually did not produce this one.
Oh,
I bought
really?
this one. Yeah. And the girl that produced him did not know she had caps.
Oh.
So yeah.
Do you know what the parent was? The one parent yellow?
Yes, I have the parent. I don't have the cap. I have the tiger mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it breeding for you this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh
for
man,
sure.
that's so exciting.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited about that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People are gonna hit you up for
Super
that
cool.
for
So
sure.
that's a boy. That one is.
That's a boy. Yeah,
Yeah, that's so cool.
I put him to 2 tiger females.
Okay.
Yeah. Yellow.
Nice. So you should make more of him.
I should, but I don't know about the color. I don't know about yellows and caps.
Hmm.
It's funny.
y'all
I saw when I went to Daytona. This was, I guess, a year ago. I saw Tiki's David Utura had a yellow cap, a little one. It was like a yellow phantom cap. I'm like, dang, I've never seen a yellow one before.
Yeah. Right.
And it didn't sell at the show, and then I saw it like a few months later at another show, and it looked like this. I mean, the thing was like almost white. It was so light based, and like fast forward 3 months, it looked like that.
Wow. Well, I got him as a hatchling, and he looks pretty much the same. He wasn't yellow.
Yeah, but the one that David had, I was like, oh man, I was really tempted by it because it's like I've never seen a yellow one, and I love yellow stuff.
Right.
And then a few months went by, and I saw it again. I was like, glad I didn't buy it. Not because it's not cool now, but the only cap that I've seen that's been some version of yellow or orange is a couple Don has, and that one that Steve Early had.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Don has worked with yellows yet, has he?
He has orange ones.
He has so many I can't keep up, but
I think his availability is like 300 caps on it, right?
oh
Yeah.
I actually have a couple coming from him, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Don has some tigery stuff coming.
Yeah.
Tigery stuff in his collection.
he's got some very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orange stuff is crazy. Is these some of these that look like they're freaking Cheeto dusted? I mean, they're like they look crazy, and
Yeah, they're really vibrant. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, those are really unique. I that's what I think. I mean, I think even though there's like cap market is becoming more and more saturated, there will always be space for creativity, right? You know, like the stuff you're doing,
Right.
the different stuff. That's what people should do.
Yeah, and
I mean,
that's all I really wanted to tell people. I mean, you don't have to breed supers. I'm not breeding supers. I don't want all
what's
those.
your
babies.
stance on breeding supers?
I mean, you have to do it to prove the line, right?
Well, is
That's all
that
you
is
do.
that technically the narrative anymore? Because I thought it
Can you
was
just
Frapps
throw
over
it to the
supers
Frapps,
now.
throw it to the Lily.
It's you can really tell a difference in Frapp and a regular lily.
Yeah.
So I'm okay if somebody came to me and said, "Look at this. Here's the parents." I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, supers, we have to work a little bit harder to outcross more before we can start that project up again, I think.
Yeah. I do think it's interesting that the narrative for like your this sounds bad. Your generation of cat breeders. So like the
Yeah.
first gen of people that bred them have to make supers, have to make supers, have
Yep.
to make supers.
Mm.
And then as soon as the super nostril article came out, it's like never make
Crap.
supers, never make supers.
It
So-
killed everybody's, well, not everybody, but everybody started thinking really bad about caps at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how many people paired up going for supers when they didn't know, you
Right.
know? And then all those eggs are in the incubator and all those pairings are committed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of supers out there that we haven't seen.
where are all the supers in the US? I never see any.
I don't
Hiding.
think anybody talks about them.
So
They're
are they
hiding
just
from the
like
collection.
in the corner of the basement? Like
Yeah, they're hiding them.
don't ever take a picture so I don't get canceled kind of a thing?
secretly being sold to the
You're-
kids down the street.
Right?
Did
Don
Don
made
make
a lot of
did
healthy
Don
ones.
make like 1,000 of them over there?
He made a lot of healthy ones.
Really?
Yes, he did very well with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're cool, but they're also kind of gross. I'm like love-hate with them.
Yeah, they're
love-
different.
I love them because they look like a salamander, and I hate them because they look like a salamander. Because it's not a salamander.
It's not. Yeah.
But I love
And they're not
salamanders.
Yeah, me too. They're cool. They're different, and
Yeah.
dare I say that they are smarter.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard
Maybe
I have heard from people that they grow really fast and they seem vigorous in some ways, like
Yeah.
almost like they're healthier in some ways, and
Yeah.
then they obviously have their downfalls,
Right, for sure.
Do you
And I
feel
mean,
like
they
that's
have
the case?
nostrils. Yeah, I mean,
They
they're
have a
smart.
nostril.
Well, they even have two, but for some reason, it's covered up or something. I don't know. My
Something
vet,
to do with the skin,
Yeah.
because it's almost like they're scaleless or something. They have
Right.
like a skin smoothing. That's why they don't have
Right.
crests, really.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I think it
interesting.
has to do with it. It messes up that natural flow, that drainage between the eye and the nostril, or the mouth. So
Yeah.
it just kind of blows up their eye. It sucks.
Yeah, the spectacle eye.
Yeah.
What do they do for that? Do they have to like lance the eye to drain it?
So
What
the
do
first
they
time I
do?
took him in, the vet did it, and they lanced the eye, and then she showed me how to do it, and a couple other people actually walked me through it. So it's not painful for them. They just have to hold still. That spectacle's really easy to get into, with a teeny tiny needle, and then you just pull the fluid out, and they're good to go
This cat.
for the next month.
This one.
Yeah, that was before his eye
Do
blew
you
up.
only have one, or just two? The one from you and the one from Don?
Yeah, I only have
Okay.
one. I've hatched a couple, but they never made it out of the egg. So
What percentage of them do you think they're getting cut? Like
They have
people that
to
are
be.
hatching them,
they have to be, because
they don't have the egg tooth, right? Or a lot of them don't.
they don't have it, so they can't get out. I mean,
Oof.
I don't know. I don't want to say people are cutting when they say they're not, but
Yeah.
From your experience, you had multiple that could not get out.
yes.
Mm.
Yep. So
Interesting.
Little guys. How's the Axanthic and Sable projects looking for you, Janine, in terms of what you want to develop, what you want to see? Do you have like a vision for it in terms of what that looks like, or are you just kind of figuring out as you go?
yeah, I mean, my Sable's tiny still, so we got a little ways to go.
Okay. Is it a female or you have a male?
I think it's a female. Yeah.
How,
Oh, it's
how
unsexed.
big is
You bought it
it?
unsexed.
Yeah, I bought it. It was 12 grams when it arrived, and
Oh.
she's about 19 now.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
So she's put on some good weight.
Okay,
Nice.
so it's looking female.
Yeah, the Axanthics, I'm kind of just pairing up to the Capps and Frapps. You know,
Yeah, cool.
stack a little bit of jeans.
I think
Play
we've
with
seen. Have we seen
Oh,
examples
yeah.
of Axanthic Frapps in Korea? Right. What did
I've
they
not
look
seen.
like?
I don't think I've seen Axanthic Frapp, but I saw a charcoal Axanthic Capp
Mm.
the other day, and the
Charcoal
thing was
Axanthic Cap.
jet black out of the egg.
Oh, let's see if we can pull that up.
Wow. Where'd you see that?
LM sent it to me. Lil Monster sent it to me.
Is it from a Korean breeder? Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I was Korean breeder.
Okay. Otherwise,
If you
I could
give me a second, I'll
pull
try
it.
to pull it. I'll try to send it to you.
yeah. no problem.
But so Janine, so you have you just so sorry if I missed this part. So you have like you're just gonna pair them together, see what comes out, and try to develop it as you see different things pop out. Is that what you're kind of going for? Is there something unique that you want to look for that you're trying to build out?
You know, not really.
Okay.
I mean, the Capps throw so many random things
Yeah.
that I'm just interested to see something crazier than I've already produced pop out.
Yeah.
I mean, the more I breed and the more I learn, and I definitely want to stack some jeans. I know that. Yeah. But that's a long project. It's going to take a while.
Yeah. You can see a bunch of stuff grow, and especially if you have like the recessive stuff traits of
Yeah, and then you
Axanthic.
throw Phantom in there too. It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
have you guys, either of you seen a Phantom Sable yet? I know that probably, because we haven't seen an Axanthic Sable, but the original Sables were not Phantoms. So
Right.
obviously we'd have to make hats, and then we'd have to breed those to actual Phantoms.
Yep. It's a long project.
Phantom Sables.
I haven't seen any.
Seen it.
I don't think I've seen one either.
If
I'm not
anything,
saying they
Moo
don't
has one,
exist,
right?
But I mean, they would be in Korea, not here. Because I
Yeah.
know
Right.
Gabby hasn't made one. Cindy hasn't made one.
Secret
Anybody
stuff
else?
going.
Yeah. Candace,
What
I don't
About
think has made
Pangea?
one.
They made one. They have some Sables.
Pangea Sables
only
are
has
from.
young Sables.
I think they're.
Oh, okay.
Or
They
as
have,
far as they've shared, they've only shared
Right.
that they have young ones. They might have adults, but I don't think they've.
I don't know if they
disclosed that.
produce Sables. I think they just
No,
import
they just
them, right,
imported
Korea.
from Moo Moo and
Yeah.
Ryan Gecko.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah. They had some at the show at Flora Fauna. They had like 15 Sables in cases, and it's just imported from from either Moo Moo or from Korea, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So they were the middleman.
That list from Moo Moo the other day, did you see that, Janine?
It's crazy.
It had like, how many did it have? Like 50 Sables on it?
Maybe 25.
Some
It had like 25.
really nice ones.
I felt
It
like
was-
I was looking at Don's fetal link. I was like, there's 50 Sables on here. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
this is
I love
overwhelming.
those Don's fetal.
I know, me too. I'm like, how
He has
does he
so many
have
animals.
this many adult animals? I cannot
That's amazing,
understand it.
man. He
You
must
guys,
have a
he's so
massive
funny
facility.
too.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Yeah, he really is. He's got a great sense of humor.
I love that one day, like, I'll just look on there. I'll click the link every handful of days. I'm like, oh, he put 50 more adults on. I'm like, where do these all come from? And he's probably laughing at us like, these guys, they only have 300
They're
geckos.
amateurs.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They're amateurs.
Yeah.
Janine, get out of here.
I put
I know,
300.
right?
I put 300 on the fetal each week. It's no big deal. You know?
He does have a lot of animals though.
Oh
He
my
has a lot of
gosh,
animals.
yeah.
He told me last year he was hatching about 30 per night.
Wow.
That's a
30.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh my god.
That is a lot,
Um,
yeah. Holy cow. But it's nothing like how many. I mean, I can't even imagine how many like AC hatches. I mean,
Oh,
I went to Reptiles by Mac, like 10 years. Maybe like, yeah, maybe like 8-9 years ago.
yeah.
And they were hatching a lot. I want to say it was like, I don't want to overshoot. It might have been 100 a day. It was a
Oh
lot.
my goodness.
It was at least 60 a day.
But he's got a whole crew, right?
Yeah. I mean, Reptiles by Mac is like, I don't know how many, 30 full-time, 40 full-time people.
Are they the biggest? Is Reptiles by Mac the biggest?
I think
mass producer?
I don't know now. I think then at that point it's like that and Reptile Industries. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a few people. Maybe I'm gonna blank on their name. Northwest Zoological in Seattle. I think they're kind of big.
Oh, okay.
But I think they mainly breed like leopards and veiled chameleons. But
That was long before my time, I think.
yeah, Mac. I will say when I went in Mac's incubator room, and they just had a laminated sheet with like a picture of a pinstripe, a flame, a phantom, and a Dalmatian, and it was like when they hatch, put them in one of the 4 buckets.
Oh wow!
Oh,
It's one of the 4.
lineage, right?
No, yeah. I mean, it was just for sales.
Throw
It was like this cage, and they had screen cages when they first it'd just be like 50 into this screen cage, 50 pinstripes, 50
That's amazing.
Dalmatians.
I can't even imagine that.
Granted, they're in a totally different business model than we are, but
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
crazy to see. I'm just like, what if one is, a Dalmatian, but it's also a flame? Where does that one go?
It goes in the catch-all bucket.
Yeah, it goes in the extra slot.
That goes in the misfit. That's where all the super caps went when they produced them.
That's where we get all the pixel stuff.
They start popping the super caps. They're like, where do we put these?
They're hiding for sure.
That's bad.
I wonder why they kept that on the DL for so long.
I heard that they were just like they just thought they were.
Something was wrong with them.
Yeah, they were just like mutants in a bad way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured too.
I mean, they must have had. They either, this might offend people. They must have either culled them or like, I don't know. I mean, just like held on to them because they didn't sell any of them.
Right.
Like, where did they? Because there's those pictures circulated of 2017, them with like adult supers.
Yeah.
But then they never sold any of them, or they never leaked
Yeah,
out.
they probably culled them or had them.
Or they just are, or they're just all in there's
somewhere.
like 50 super caps in a cage, and they're just like, all right, they live here.
That'd be crazy.
I have no idea. But imagine if that leaked into your collection, and then just like random pairs just popping supers left and right, and you're like, what do we do here?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't blame them keeping it quiet.
At their scale, I mean, they must have produced a bajillion of them without knowing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sad, but whatever.
I wanted to ask you, Janine,
figure
about
it
as we're talking about morphs, I wanted to ask you about pixels. Like we've kind of like mentioned it before, AJ, like in the podcast, like briefly.
Well,
but
everyone, I feel
haven't really
like
talked about it.
pixels and what's the one chochos? Those are the when we do the
What's a
when we do
chocho?
the
I
live.
have no idea
Every
what those
time
are.
we do the live, there'll
Somebody
be like
asked.
2 or 3 people. What is a chocho? And we're like,
No idea.
every live,
Yeah.
somebody asks us that.
And
What
it's
is a chocho?
Coco, right?
Coco?
Is that what
Oh,
it
'cause it's
technically
like a-
is?
No, I don't
like
know.
a Chihuahua? Coco?
Yeah,
Kahua?
Coco.
It's a cuckoo.
Chocho is a made up name, so it's Chocho, not Coco.
Yeah. I don't know what they are. What are they? Sable-ish?
What?
So
No
the
idea.
way that who is it that has them? What's their Sunju Kill?
Sunju Kill? Yeah.
Yeah, he
I never
has
met
said it's incomplete dominant. He has said it's recessive. Then he goes back to incomplete dominant. Oh, never mind. I think it's recessive.
They're still learning.
But then I don't know. So jury is out. There is no. I think it's. I mean, it's either its own thing or
Trying
it's
to find it.
Sable or it's. I think it's either its own thing or it's Sable.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
mean,
I can think.
they're beautiful, but they look like Sables
Yeah,
to me.
they look like Sables to me too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're,
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty. I'll
yes,
take
we-
one.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
so we always mention Chocho. Somebody mentions Chocho or Pixel. So Pixel is kind of this like elusive animal that nobody really knows about yet. But I know you're kind
They're
of
real.
the real. You're
They're
kind of
real.
working with them, right, Janine? With Kristen.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
we have a collab coming up.
Mm.
We haven't really narrowed down what we're gonna do yet, but I think it's gonna be
Try to pull it
something really unique.
Mm.
I don't want to say too much and give away all her secrets, but we're
Give
both
away a couple.
very excited. Yeah.
So how would you, if you were going to describe what is the main characteristic of Pixel, how would you describe it? Based on seeing them, because I assume you've seen a handful in person.
Yeah, hers are really beautiful too. I don't know.
Nobody knows what it is,
Yeah.
but they look awesome.
What is a pixel? I don't know. This.
This thing. Look at it.
It's like
Let's all learn together.
blown up. Like all those little teeny tiny little dots. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really either.
Yeah, I think it's so new that we're just kind of figuring it out, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like it looks pixely in terms of its I don't know if it's like its scalation, but it's like the coloring, and you can for this one you can obviously tell that it's like really pixelated in terms of the spotting and whatnot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then it looks like it messes with the pins too.
Yeah, it does.
It breaks it up. Yeah,
They're just, I don't know. It's just like little dots.
They look
all
kind of,
over.
are they like texturally the same?
I think they're the same texturally.
Okay. They don't feel
Okay.
rougher or anything.
They
No,
look rough.
And you know what? I actually haven't seen them in a few months. The last time I saw her, we're about 3 hours apart. We live about 3 hours apart, but it's been quite a while since I've seen them. So
Yeah, interesting.
they may have changed as far as texturally. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're
Way
very
unique.
interesting. So what's
So
your
is
take on recessive, incomplete dom? Like, what do you think?
I think it's
How do you
recessive.
think it works?
Yeah,
You
I think it's
recessive.
recessive.
What has Kristen's breeding results yielded? If she breeds, say, a visual animal to a random animal, does she get 0 visual animals?
So this is the well, actually last season was her first season to hatch these. And I
Okay.
believe she got 6 visuals
Hmm.
of 8 eggs.
Yeah.
So, but neither of the parent really look like
Look
them.
like pixel.
So she made those out of animals that didn't display the trait at all.
Well, I suppose mom kind of does. She looks more like a white spot. Not so pixely, but yeah, she got quite a few visuals out of it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I
Do we
wish
know
I
where
could-
we don't really know where they originated from, right? Whether it's AC or somewhere else, we're not really sure.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I couldn't even
Yeah.
speculate on that.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. Really cool.
oh yeah. I love them so much.
But they are a thing, AJ.
I think they are. I mean,
Okay.
I like from what I've seen, and I've seen them in other collections.
Yeah.
A similar animal.
These are cool.
So to me, it's kind of like Empty Back, where before people were actually breeding like supers to supers, and then you only get supers, and
Yeah.
you do the math of like super times anything, and you get these animals that all have a distinct look, the het,
Right.
where I feel like this is one of those things where now it's like, okay, we see this gene in different places,
Yeah.
but we still, it's jury's out on how it's passed.
Got it.
I don't think it's like obviously if we're talking about it like this and AC doesn't completely know and there's no article, like LM doesn't know for sure.
Yeah, Anthony's not sure either.
If the people actually keeping it don't know, I don't think like Jess and Anthony would know.
Yeah, that's right. So it's so new that we're not sure. Yeah. We're still learning.
It'd be great if it was recessive. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that would be really.
We need
cool.
more.
We need more.
Mm-hmm.
Not very many people have them. Just a handful of people have them. So it's kind of cool to kind of pioneer it, and it's cool that you have one to kind of. I mean, well, Kristen, that you're working with.
Yeah, Kristen has them.
Yeah, so shout out to Kristen. Kristen works. Ask her all the questions. Message her.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Message Janine too.
I don't want her to kill me.
Okay, so I'm gonna play. I guess I'll ask you this question, Janine. Based on your mind of making cool things, when you look at Pixel, how would you want to use it?
Or is that a secret? If it's a secret,
because
if it's a secret, don't give it away.
Not like you don't have to say the one thing you're doing with, but if say if you saw this animal and you had no prospect to get one, but you had to kind of dream like how you would use it, what would you do with it? Because I think you have a really good mind and eye for
you have a really good eye.
Like kind of imagining an animal that doesn't exist and making it.
Right. I don't think I would go to tricolor with that.
Okay.
I think I'm going to empty back.
Okay.
Lily for sure.
Yep.
And Capp.
Yeah.
Those would probably be my first go-tos.
Yeah. I know AC has some white wall ones, which actually look pretty cool too.
Those look cool.
Yeah.
I think Lily would be the only thing that seems a thing that seems consistent with them is I've seen very few of them that have good head structure.
Right.
And I wonder if that is tied to the gene or just tied to the individual pairings that are making the animals.
I think it's tied to them being older animals in general.
Really? Like the animals, they're not like new school animals with big head structure?
Right. I think they're older animals. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's
interesting. Looking at these. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's something cool that can be explored and figured out, and hopefully people can, I don't know, take a look and ask questions, and it'll be awesome.
Lily will be cool with that for sure.
Just to play with it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. It seems like Lily is so dominant that even when you see like empty back lilies, like even empty back can't push all the cream out. So I don't know, like, is Pixel stronger than Lily, you know?
Right.
That's kind of the
Not
game we're playing.
Like,
Capp.
Yeah. You can see the
Capp can definitely push some of the Lily to the side for sure.
Yeah, it does.
It's interesting how Capp will almost empty back a Lily.
Yeah.
Even though it's not carrying that gene, it looks like it is.
All of them mute out, really, that dorsal. You know, it just disappears. Like, except for that one girl that I have. She's the only one that actually got more white and didn't fade away down the dorsal. And I don't know what happened there.
Those are the ones you keep the holdbacks from.
Yeah. No, Jordan. You cannot have it.
Man, I don't know. There's I talk about this all the time, Harry, but I just feel like each day there's some new thing that I want to do, and I'm just overwhelmed.
That's exciting, man.
I don't have space. I don't have space to try all these things.
Nope.
And so then you have to prioritize which things do I actually want to do. Am I, you got to kind of like stack your chips on the things you think are going to be cool.
I mean, it helps too when, some of your girls need a break anyway, so you can kind of work around them,
Yeah, that's true.
And start some other stuff. I gave my girls a really long break.
When did you start the Capp Frapp? Was that 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Might have been almost 4 years.
Okay. So yeah,
4 years
you
now,
developed that line like really. It's amazing. So whatever you did, it worked out really well. So now you're just kind of, I don't know, like slowing down on that since you already accomplished your goal, right? Of what you wanted to see.
Well, yeah. I mean, some of my goal. It sounds crazy, but I want them to be even darker, and I want to work the spots out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a long-term goal. That could take a while.
Yeah.
I can take a really long
And
time.
head structure always
Yeah.
is in the back of my mind.
Yeah, a lot of caps have spots.
Yeah.
So
It
hard-
really
hard.
is such a beautiful canvas.
yeah, spotted caps.
Yeah.
Janine's a spot hater.
I'm a lot better than I used to be. I can tell you that.
Really? You're more
Getting used to it.
accepting now.
Yeah,
Maybe 'cause
accepting.
it's impossible to get rid of. It's near impossible to get rid of spots.
No, it's not impossible.
It's not. It just takes
feels very hard. It feels very
Yeah.
hard. It'll take a few generations.
Yep.
It's crazy. I was gonna ask you, Janine. I'm curious. As far as your setup and enclosures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had messaged you because we were talking about the Container Store slide out bins, and I was like, oh, do you like those, or what are you using now?
Mm-mm.
Could you maybe speak on maybe the evolution of your caging and where you've settled now?
Yeah. So I started with 12 by 12 by 18 Exoterras on shelves.
Yep.
And then I moved to tubs. And then I
What
moved
size tub?
I don't remember exactly what they were. I want to say they were more than the
58s or
12 by
something?
12 by 18. Yeah.
Walmart, or where do you get them?
Yeah, they were taller. I'd say they were probably a little bit bigger than a 12 by 12 by 18.
Okay.
Maybe about the same size. Yeah.
Okay. But horizontal, not vertical?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So you went to that.
Right. And then now I have everybody in Container Store stuff. So the deep sweater boxes
Okay.
is what I use for my breeders, and it's plenty of room for them, I think.
Yeah.
And the 6-quart talls, the tall shoe boxes, is what I use for the hatchlings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Us too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that size a lot.
You like the tall
tall.
shoebox.
Yeah, because you can keep them in there comfortably,
for like
15,
30
20 grams. Yeah.
You'd probably go
You can
bigger.
push
They're
it.
so tall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can push it if you needed the space, you could push it.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
some of them. Yeah. And then I have those drawers from
The
Container Store.
the
look
the
cool.
Robbie drawers, the Robbie
Robbie
Reptiles drawers.
Do you like those or no? I'm
No.
thinking of getting some. Oh, okay. What's wrong with them?
They look
This is-
cool.
Did you get the
Yeah.
dark ones?
I got the dark ones.
Yeah.
They look cool and they slide out really nice.
Yep.
But they're in the dark all the time, and so that is concerning me. And then when you pull the drawer out, they can get back there.
Oh.
They
Because
climb
there's a
back
little
there.
space.
Yeah.
There's a space. Oh, yeah.
So it's a nightmare, really.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
I mean, when I was at the Container Store, I was looking at those drawers. It's like, oh, it's cool because it slides out. But I saw on the top, you could see that's where it's kind of like structured, and then
Right.
there is space to get out. So you have to make sure your gecko is not up there.
And they do. It's like
Oh.
immediately when you open the drawer, they're
Okay.
climbing back there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's
That would happen one time, and I would freaking throw them away. I'd be like, no, this is not going to work.
You have to
Robbie.
be a super ninja and walk
Robbie's
in
gonna be mad at
real
you.
quietly. Just,
yeah. Oh, so you don't scare.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Robbie. This is not a stat at Robbie. If Robbie wants to do that, that's great.
Yeah, Robbie, do you want to buy mine?
You probably
I have
will if they're
66
black.
of them.
You have 66 of them? Oh,
I do.
oh.
God, I regret that purchase.
Okay.
I mean,
Did you
But-
buy all of them at once?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Within a
man.
month. Within a month.
Because I was about to buy some because it's BOGO right now, right?
Yeah.
And,
They're
I'm
half
glad
off
that-
right now.
It's buy one get one half off. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So buy one get one half. So
Do
like
you think
75.
that-
Caution.
Do you think that you would keep them or use them if you would have bought the white ones? And would you been okay with the escape issue, or
Yeah,
is
possibly.
okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it
Just
seems
the
like
escaping.
so like Brian, who just got the white ones, And it seems like they're not just white, they're like translucent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So where it seems like light will pass through them.
And the gray ones are like that too. I mean, it's an opaque finish, but ultimately it's pretty dark in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know who wants to escape and who doesn't now. I've got it all memorized. I just walk in there very quietly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Try and open them very quietly.
Yeah, before you said that, Janine, I think it was yesterday, Jay, I messaged you, I think in chat, I was asking, like, what do you guys think? Like, the geckos being in dark enclosures at all times is a little bit concerning. There's no light. There's no, like, does it mess with them? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have the experience to say. I don't want to speak on it, but I do know that, like, when I've had geckos in rooms that doesn't have a window at all, like no outdoor light, and if you don't have your lights like cycle on timers, you can get some really jacked up breeding seasons.
Interesting.
So like I have all of my lights like timered out by, like, okay, in the summer they're long, it's 12 or 14 hours of light, and in the winter they're only getting like 8.
So they know when to breed.
Yeah, and then I actually had issues in my old house when I covered the wall that had the windows into the room, and there was no natural, like no moon, no nothing.
Right.
I had issues, and that might just be like me being paranoid. Yeah, breeding issues, and just like I could not get females to cool, and it was just, it was really weird. So as soon as I opened that wall back up with a window, all my issues went away. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, I try and tell people that at shows when I sell to kids or newbies, turn the lights on with the sun and off with the sun.
Yeah. I mean, because you can't put puck lights in those things either. The gray turbines, right? Like, what do you do?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it seems
I have big so they are getting light. But
okay.
I'm still not happy with the amount of light they're getting.
Got it. Yeah.
I saw on MG Geckos live, they were showing their container store bins, because they have LED bars behind them,
right?
And they have the white ones, and then they have misting system nozzles routed into the tubs.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, this is
that's
commitment for a tub to have misting in it.
Right.
Yeah.
But she had racks built where the UV light is in there for them. The UVB.
Really? So it can be done. It can be done. Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think about UVB?
I mean, how else are they converting the D3 to calcium? That's what makes me think.
How are they doing that? Well, the conversion would be from the actual ray converting in their body. So the D3 supplement is the converted form.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense, because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, is that something I really want to invest in?
Yeah.
I think I should.
Yeah.
It couldn't hurt.
With D3, then you should be good.
Do you supplement D3 now?
No, I just the calcium. I use mineral and
do you use the indoor mineral?
Yes.
It's got D3 in it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's got mineral from AJ.
That's a good supplement. I freaking swear by it.
AJ recommended it to me. I just bought it this week or last week.
I was like, we were on the phone. I'm like, Harry, what calcium do you use? Or what, what are you dusting with? And he tells me, I'm like, go buy some mineral.
Let me pull it up so people can buy this.
It's been trusted forever. I mean,
it's great stuff.
It's the old school keeper's choice for.
And it's really fine.
Fine.
It adheres.
I just bought it June 22nd.
Well. Yeah. That's the one. That's good stuff. Yeah. Pangea sells it too.
Yeah, it's super cheap on Pangea. You can buy them like $6 a jar.
Yeah.
I buy like 12 at a time.
Mineral, can you send us some free mineral?
We got to be mineral swagged out.
We have 0 sponsorship. Mineral, help us out.
No sponsorship. First sponsor, mineral.
These are no, mineral is good. It's been easy to shake out. It's like a good sized container. I used to buy the ones that is it flukers or whatever, in the small containers, 3 ounce
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
And those like you get used up so quick, and so
The like 6 ounce or 8 ounce jar or whatever that you can just
the little
shake.
pucks. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
me
awesome.
too.
Okay, so
Bring it
back to we're talking about caging.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about it, but what's your feeding? I have this. We're now asking everyone this question. What's your
Okay.
feeding schedule, and then how long does it take for a hatchling gecko to reach breedable age? We'll say we'll say a female. We'll say a female.
How about we
'Cause
say 40 grams?
Okay, we'll say weight 40 grams. Okay.
It does not take long, I tell you. But I just upped my schedule to feeding crickets 3 times a week and Pangea 2 times a week because they waste a lot of Pangea.
They waste so much Pangea.
Yeah.
Especially the adults. The babies, I mean, I have a good group of babies that'll clean the bowls. But I'm tired of throwing it away. So I was like, well, let's switch it up and see how they do. So it takes me about 6 months.
Wow.
To get a gecko to 40 grams?
Yeah. Now, I do not.
Wow.
That doesn't mean I'm breeding them, obviously.
Yeah.
Throw them straight in the breeding enclosure.
No.
Pair them up.
It does not take long, though.
Yeah. They can make good
Yeah,
size.
that's crazy. I mean, I'm a huge advocate for feeding bugs. I'm probably
too.
like at 9 months, but I'm doing 2 times a week, not 3.
Right, which is great. I mean,
Yeah.
2 times a week is fantastic.
But there's a whole, and I don't know if you've seen this. I mean, there's a whole group of people out there that villainize feeding your animals. They'd call it, they'd say we're power feeding them, right?
We're not making them eat it.
Yeah, right. That's my rationale. Is like I don't have a pair of tweezers. I'm jamming.
You're not shoving it down the throat.
It's like we're eating. They're eating
Man,
to
they'll eat
their
'em.
heart's content.
They'll eat like 6 or 8 of them and then be ready for them again the next day. Like they're crazy
crickets
for 'em.
move through them fast.
Yes.
Diet, you feed them diet, and they balloon up, and then they just sit for like 4 days.
Yeah,
And they
I
get
think it's the
fat.
sugar. It's the sugar in the diet, I think.
Yeah, I have a couple girls that are pretty overweight.
Are your adults taking crickets that often, or what's their schedule?
About half of my adults will take them.
Okay.
And I have them on crickets only once a week.
Okay, so you're doing diet 2 times, cricket 1 time?
Yep. Because they waste so much food.
Yeah.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
lazy.
How much diet do you give a single adult? Because I'm like, I just keep reducing it.
Yeah, me too.
'cause they're just
Yeah.
They're
So
lazy.
what do you use? The 0.5 cups?
I give them the
5 ounces?
I mean, yeah, I use the 0.75s just so they don't
Okay.
flip them out of the candle
Right.
holders.
I
But
use these ones.
Yeah.
You
So,
use these, AJ?
like-
Or is yours bigger?
A smidge.
I use those too. So you use
This one
the
is,
zero,
small.
use the 0.5s, the half ounces,
Yeah.
and
These
then
are
do
half
you
ounces.
even cover the bottom, Janine?
Barely. I've pulled
Like-
back quite a bit. There's a couple
Okay.
girls that I do give more to,
Okay.
because they're laying.
Yeah.
But
You-
barely.
You know
Just
when
a
you see
smidge.
people using like the 2-ounce cups and
Yeah,
they're
no.
full,
Yep.
they're
No,
like
wait.
full to the top. I mean, they could
Yeah.
they could eat their heart's content and you wouldn't even know they ate anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God, they waste so much.
So you guys use 0.75 cups or 0.5 cups?
I use 0.75s. I use 0.75s just because it's easier for me to pull it out of the container that I
see.
put the
I
cup
see.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
only
so-
reason why I do it.
So far, I've had luck with these, and you don't waste too much. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'll try this until it doesn't work
Yeah,
anymore.
I've pulled back a lot this season on
I've
feeding.
also thought about doing. I want to experiment with this, but I've thought about using the. I guess it's 1.5 ounce cup, so it's like that one, Harry, but just like twice as round or like 3 times
Yeah.
as 3 times as big, and then just giving them a really thin layer, so it's like
Right.
more surface area for scent, but less depth.
But
Right.
I feel like that would dry it out much quicker.
But do they really eat it past the first day? Mine don't.
Not really.
Mine
I don't think they really
Mine
even
do.
like it that much.
do. Yeah.
I mean, I think they eat it because
It's like rats eating rat pellets.
Yeah.
just for survival.
I think they
Yeah.
love the bugs.
Yeah.
Other than some of the adults don't.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
weird,
too
but
lazy to hunt them.
I've always heard like the adage, like people talk about gargoyles not eating bugs. Gargoyles freaking love crickets.
Mine did, yeah.
They
Yeah.
love them. Adults, juveniles, they all eat them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know why that. I don't know why. I think that the whole like not feeding bugs to crested geckos was just. I don't think it was all marketing from like Rapashi or Pangea. I think it was kind of people. It made the sell easy at shows to people to
Right.
buy animals. Like they don't need bugs. There's a complete
Right.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I bought my first gecko, that was exactly what I
That
was
was the
told.
sell.
Yeah, it was my first gecko at the reptile shop down the one city over, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't need any bugs. Just feed them this." And they sold me a Rapashi.
Oh.
Yeah.
How
I was like-
long? I have my idea. How long do you think it would take a gecko to reach adulthood with no bugs?
2 years,
Oh, God.
3 years, 2.5 years.
Year and a half, 18 months.
Yeah.
18 months is like once a week crickets, I think.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like diet is like 3+ years. Like a lot of these geckos,
It'll
I
take
get
them
some
forever. Yeah.
especially
Right.
if they're housing them in too big of a cage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
caging is a lot of it too.
I have some animals I bought that's a year and a half, and they're only 12 grams.
Oh yeah.
and I didn't know until later
But
on.
you're using crickets, aren't you? Or
I mean, now
BBM?
once I get them, they explode. but when I buy them, I didn't. Sometimes I don't look at the
You
hatch
saw the
date,
hatch dates and you're like,
and I see the hatch date post, and I'm like, dude, this animal's a year and a half, and this looks like a
Mhm.
baby. And then
Yeah.
just feed them enough dubias and crickets, and then they fill out properly. So
Right.
it's very interesting how people feed.
Yeah. Yes, I'm one of those awful power feeders.
yeah, me too.
You're canceled, Janine. You're canceled.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, I just want the animal to be healthy. Like,
Yeah.
if the animal's actually eating and growing and developing, like that's what's important.
Yep. And they do very quickly.
Yeah.
And they love to hunt. They're
Yeah.
so funny when they
When you
hunt.
feed them crickets, I mean, your natural instinct you should look at that and be like, this is what they're made to do.
Yep.
You know, this is what they thrive on.
It's hilarious. When I pull my
They're so
tubs
funny.
out, I have a few that'll just sit there with their mouth wide open. Ready to-
Yeah, just like drop one
Yeah.
in my mouth. I have something like that too, where I like crack the lid and the gecko is fully coming out of the bin and attacking my hand, and I'm like,
Or
"Stop,
attacking the water dish.
I'm putting the food in. Leave me alone."
They love them.
Man, big fan of it. People, if you don't feed crickets, do it.
They're expensive though, but
Yeah, we got to
I
get
think
a get a cricket sponsor, Harry. That's what the move is.
cricket sponsors that
Gans
we'll,
sponsor us.
we'll appreciate
Gans
that.
are the
stuff we always use. Mineral
We'll clip this and we'll send it to Gans. Gans sponsor us.
We'll tag Gans.
Call
Josh
Sharon.
Frog.
Sharon.
Hey Sharon. Oh, I emailed Sharon 2 days ago. She's the best.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, she is. They're a great company.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Any? Do you just all paper towels?
Yeah,
Janine?
well, paper towels for the hatchlings.
Okay.
And then I do, semi-bio in the middle size, those
Yeah.
adorable tubs that I
Yeah.
and then semi-bio for the adults too. Yeah.
So
What kind of
semi-bio meaning just substrate.
No
but
live plants. Yeah.
Yeah.
No live
Yeah.
plants.
So you don't have
But
any lay
there's live.
boxes?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a little treasure hunt. If you
Yeah,
if
that's
you lift
fun.
up the tubs, you can see them.
Yeah.
Through the clear tubs, you can see the eggs most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use EcoWare? What kind of substrate is it?
So I've been using what is it called? Earth Life peat moss.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
from Lowe's. Shout out. And yeah. And,
Sponsor me, Lowe's.
right?
Lowe's sponsor us.
Pretty expensive. It's pretty cheap. You can get
Yeah, you get like a 50-pound bale.
yeah. for like $22 or something like that. Yeah. Just throw
that's
some
good.
leaf litter and some bugs in there, and you're good to go.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at ZoomEd for cypress mulch because we were chatting about that, right, AJ, with some past breeders, and there's no cheap cypress mulch out here in California that I found yet. I checked out Lowe's and Home Depot, and only ZoomEd that you can buy, but it's like $25 for like a 24 quart bag.
And then meanwhile, we're buying like
50-pound bags,
40-pound bags for $2.97.
What about Rep the Chip?
Rep the Chip is also expensive.
It's pretty expensive now. I mean, like a brick of cocoa block is like $25 now.
Yeah,
it's expensive. Yeah,
everything's just ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still on paper towel. But...
Yeah,
it works.
It works. Yeah, Janine. When you came, shifting towards business chat a little bit. When you came into the hobby, did you have like a good strategy walking in, or in terms of being successful, right? Or were you just kind of playing, enjoying the animals?
Thank you.
Yeah. What did that look like for you?
When I realized I was, super passionate about this.
Yeah.
But I was nervous about quitting my job, because I've worked in the same bar for 22 years. They're my family. So there was a lot that went into that thought process. But I gave myself 5 years. Like, I was going all in. And in 5 years, here we are.
Nice.
Still doing it and making some really cool stuff, and I'm proud of what I've done in 5 years, and so I hope to stay around for a while.
Yeah. So it's been not just your projects, but also in terms of like a good side gig. It's been really good for you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
and
awesome.
I haven't worked at my real job for a couple months. I haven't decided if I'm going to go back yet, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we need the market to flip around a little bit.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah, a lot of it.
A lot of it. You had a good year last year.
Yeah, had a great year last year.
A good many seasons, past seasons, right?
How was
it's been good.
How was the Arlington show? The recent one, the February one.
Yeah, February.
How was that one?
If I'm being honest, I think I noticed a little slope there because the show before that, I pretty much sold out. Like, I came home with 9 geckos the show before.
Wow.
And it was exactly opposite in February. Yeah.
A little bit
slower. I noticed there.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's one reason why you've been shifting towards other morphs or tries? Is that something you want to try to expand now that you're thinking about maybe full-time?
I mean, I want to make stuff that everybody loves and that I'm passionate about too. You got to find that balance, because I don't want to make a bunch of stuff that I don't love.
Yeah.
But I can't take all caps to the show either. I mean, obviously they're not all going to sell. They're expensive.
They did last year.
September. Yeah. Not February.
Yeah.
Well, so, I mean, it's just finding the right balance. I like to have some low end and medium end animals on hand for kiddos and families and, people that aren't interested in breeding.
Yep.
That's important to me. So,
yeah.
Just finding the balance. Yeah.
Yeah. So moving forward in terms of your strategy towards that, just kind of diversifying a little bit and trying to cater towards newer breeders that will get their pet quality, maybe one day eventually become a breeder.
Right.
Yep. What does Treehouse look like 5 years from now? Because you said from 5 years ago, you're like, from 5 years, let's give it 5 years, see what it looks like. And you're doing well, you're doing great with your projects. Yeah. What's it going to look like 5 years?
So I definitely need more space. I am like, I have tubs on top of tubs on top of tubs. I'm maxed out.
Yeah.
I don't have one room.
Yeah, it's my formal dining room.
Oh, it's in your dining room. Nice.
I know, right? It's so horrible. So it's like, I think it's 10 by 12.
Okay.
Does it have the chandelier in the middle?
It does.
Nice.
And the bars.
That's the sun
Like,
for the
there's no
geckos.
door. I have curtains up, and it's like
Okay.
bars. Yeah,
Nice.
it's super cute.
Aw.
But no, I can't put any art on the wall because my racks
need
go
every
all the way
wall.
to the ceiling. Yeah, I mean, I need more space. So
You
that's
need more space.
yeah, that's definitely in my future plan.
To find
Would that look like a bigger house or an outbuilding or a...
I think so. A bigger house. Just kind of waiting for that housing market to crash. Things
It's
Hopefully
kinda-
the housing
down.
market crashes and the gecko market does the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect graph.
It's kind of like,
Oh
like
my God.
one of these.
we would all be so happy, wouldn't we?
Yeah, cheap houses and expensive geckos would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so just
no.
more room and building more relationships. I'm on the phone a lot. I like
Yeah.
talking with people and maybe some more shows. As my kiddo gets older, it's getting easier for me to travel a little bit more. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were chatting, a lot of times we chat, Janine, and then I could tell you're just really passionate about being positive, right? And trying to make an impact in like the community and just the hobby in general. And maybe this is obvious, but why do you think that's so important? Because we have some breeders that are more critical and I don't know, call things out, which is, I feel like that has its place, but what is the balance?
it does. And I mean,
like,
I'd be lying if I said I haven't had a few of those moments myself, especially when the tuxes came around. I got a lot of shit for that in the background and the supers but I love what I do,
Yeah.
And that's why it's important for me to build those relationships with people.
Yeah.
That I can't say anything more about it except for, I'm thankful for what I get to do.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that everybody loves my work and sees my work and, appreciates it. And
Yeah, that's awesome. I think,
thankful.
and that's why I think maybe we get along, because like AJ and I, similarly, with the Gecko Pod and whatever platforms we have, we want to make sure that, yes, we can talk about stuff and not shy away from critiquing things, but also in general, be a little bit more positive and be a good source of encouragement. And we haven't always been perfect.
Yeah, we've had moments where we have bad days and say not nice things, but
yeah, I mean, we all do. And there's some days where I don't want to answer my messages, but I always try and give people respect.
Yeah.
And help them if I can,
Yeah. I think that's good. I think that's a good reminder and encouragement for even us here and whomever else to, we can, say what we need to say, but also just in general be more positive and encouraging for the community and the hobby, because people see us. I feel like even like younger folks will see us, even new people will see us, and if it's like a toxic environment, they're not going to want to come in here, right? And
your geckos are beautiful, but you're an asshole. Like,
there are a lot of those, by the way.
There's a lot of
there are a lot of those. Yeah.
No names, but
I'm not going to waste my time online, with that drama.
Yep. So for the public, if we're ever assholes, please call us out. We'll try to we'll do our best.
We can take it.
We'll take it.
Because I mean, I know that I had said this to you before, Harry. Where it was like, oh, on an episode, I said something where I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, and like I don't know. I think that it's good. It's good for us to push towards like what we want the hobby to be, right?
Right.
We want the hobby to be a welcoming, a welcoming, a positive, a safe environment for people to learn and and advance
it's our responsibility.
And people that don't know how to keep the animals, we need to maybe not be like, you're an idiot, you don't feed them crickets, but be like, hey, have you thought about feeding them crickets?
Did we just do that?
But you know what I mean, like the approach. I mean, we're talking here, but like as far as approaching people that are new to the hobby and Yeah, having like some grace and realizing we all didn't know anything at one
Grace.
point.
That's a good way to put it.
Grace.
We do need it. We all need more of it.
Yeah, no, that's good. And yeah, I think that's awesome, Janine. As you kind of like ramp up and maybe go full time and be more connected with the community, and be more available towards others, right? I think similarly, AJ and I will try to be available to people to chat, and I think that's good. I love that. I think that's a beautiful thing for people to do.
I think so too. I mean, you want people to not be scared to reach out to you. That's not a good way to be.
Yep.
Or leave them on red. You know, a lot of breeders do that. It's pretty rude.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of that.
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot of that.
That's crazy.
I wanted to ask you, as a semi-side thing, for your social media, what does that look like for you? Because I know, for example, Brian, who's Geckos, he's like a huge like post every day. He's always on.
He's so awesome with that.
He's like post every day, post. And then AJ and I here, we post like once every other week.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just pay Brian. Yeah. Brian, can I just pay you, dude?
Yeah.
God, he's so good at it. He has so many followers.
Brian's awesome. Yeah. And so I wanted to ask you, like, since you're maybe, I don't know if you're similar to AJ and I, but you don't post every day, right?
No, gosh. No.
And yet you found so much success in terms of your projects and whatnot. Like, what does that look like for you in terms of the importance of social media, or not? Like, it's not for, it doesn't have to be a huge thing.
Right. No, I mean, I think it is important. Okay. I'm never happy with my pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I have literally 30 or 40,000 pictures that I've never posted because I'm never happy with them. I think I suck at photography.
What would you say is the issue? Like, what don't you like?
Are you using your camera phone, or because that's what I do?
I'm using my iPhone, and I refuse to get a real camera.
Okay.
Because then I have to, I like to have them on hand. Wherever I'm at, I want to have my pictures on hand because I talk to people all day long. With a camera, you have to put them on your Mac and then transfer them to your phone or whatever. It's just more steps.
The new cameras.
It's a lot of work.
The new cameras.
Yeah.
They just have an app on your smartphone.
Yeah.
And your camera is hooked in to your Wi-Fi network. And so if your camera is on, if you take photos on your camera and your camera's on, you just go in that app and you can just literally just like check, download. And then just they're on your phone.
Really?
Wait. Yeah. So on the app, you see the pictures that you just took on from your actual phone?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
not
it's
your
like
phone,
it's
your
all
camera.
like clouded through your home network. It's
okay,
crazy.
that's cool.
I can talk to you guys about it. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
It's sweet. That's what I'm doing now. So I can literally like take photos with my camera and then just like leave my camera on and I just like open the app on my phone and like, I want these like 14 photos. I just like select and then just click like save to camera reel and then I just get the file straight to my camera.
Because then you always have your pictures on you.
Yeah, you don't have to go to computer and then like put them on your phone or put them on Google Photo and pull them down or whatever. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That'd be convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get a camera. You guys got to get on the camera game.
I know it.
I'm going to use this podcast camera.
It would work.
I need to get better at it.
Yeah. I don't know. The social media thing, I struggle with it. I know Brian who gives me crap for it all the time. I post. It's like he can't. It's funny. He can like never be happy for me. I'll like post and then he'll make a negative remark about. I could be like, "Oh,
like,
look,
finally,
look who finally posted." I'm like, "Well, now I don't want to post at all." Thanks.
Brian is funny guy.
It's
always pushing us to be to do good stuff. That's
yeah. I should just start writing every day. Sorry guys, no post today. And so that I get the post. Yeah, I posted. He can't say anything to me. Sorry, no post.
He's so good at it.
Oh,
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny. I realize sometimes how little I post when I post stories. And I get like a billion replies. I'm like, wow, I really never post because I think if I consistently did, this would not happen.
They haven't heard from you in a while.
AJ's not in the house. No, he's posting.
Yeah. AJ's alive. He's in the Gecko room.
Are you still using your website?
Pretty much never. I'm in the process of doing a full like rebrand, relaunch.
Right.
I have probably 75% of my breeder pictures updated. Like I have them and have like, watermarked them and named them and everything. But I just need to rebuild my site, which honestly, my version of a site is just probably like breeders and
Simple.
then availability. And then maybe I might do like a basic care sheet, but I think there's people that's calling is education on a website, and I think I'll keep my education to here, maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, because I'm not I can't do everything, so I'm just
right. I have a site published, but I don't use it. It's got like terms of service on there and a couple pictures, and I don't use it.
Yeah. I was I don't even have a website yet, but I was thinking of building one, AJ and Janine.
Yeah.
And one of the links will just be a link to the Gecko Pod. So for information, come learn from other breeders.
Just come.
Yeah, there's a lot of good information.
Yeah. Here's your site, Janine.
If you want to learn anything, just go listen to 75 hours of this podcast, and somewhere in there, your answer might be there. Maybe.
Take notes. You have to weed through maybe 80% of it, but
you'll have to hear AJ say "empty back" 5,000 times.
And then now moving forward, we're gonna say pixels for the next
pixel.
Okay. Well, look, we all have 75 hours worth of cleaning, so that's when I listen to them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Every week, I just crank it up and get to cleaning. It helps me a lot. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, we get a lot of messages like that, like, "Oh, we're cleaning. Thanks for podcast."
Yeah, cleaning or driving to work or
right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the amount of hours that I'm just like on the phone with Harry, and it sounds like we just need to call you, Janine. We're just gonna add you to the call.
You're looped in now.
Yeah, you're looped in because I swear some days I'm like, I think I've talked to Harry for like 7 hours.
Clean cages, feeding.
Awesome.
We just need to re-record that, and then Harry, why are we even doing a podcast? We just record the phone calls and just
post. You guys will get all the drama too. No,
You'd have to edit, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's like every other sentence is just redacted. Did you see blank post? Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Who is this? Who is this idiot? Blank. Who is this blank? Just kidding. We don't do that. Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. Okay,
that's great.
Back to what we were saying.
I don't know.
So we've come to the end.
We're landing the plane.
We're landing the plane.
Okay.
I know we've done a lot of this, but Janine, if you're gonna say, you had this 5-year vision of or maybe not vision, but goal for what Treehouse has become.
Right.
If you were going to go back or tell like new people based on, because obviously you've been very successful with what you sought out to do, in my opinion. I don't know if you see it that way, but I think
I'm happy with.
From what you did and how you got to this place, what advice would you give to people that are maybe aspiring to do what we are all doing here? Right. I know there's a lot of people that listen to the podcast are newer, but are really passionate about kind of becoming a breeder of geckos.
The passion is great because it'll drive you all the way to the top, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
But starting slow, I wish I would have started a little bit slower. I jumped in head first, but I think buying high quality animals is super important.
Yes.
Yeah. Not that lower end or middle end animals are horrible, because I have some of those myself that have no lineage that I just kind of pick up here and there, which is okay. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. But I think if you want to stick around for a while, reach out, ask questions, learn as much as you can, buy the higher end animals, and be kind. Be good, don't screw people
Make
up.
Friends.
Yeah.
Make friends.
I mean,
new breeder advice: don't be an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. Have fun with it.
New breeder advice: don't suck.
Yeah.
Don't be selfish.
Yeah.
Don't be narcissist.
No, I mean the reality is people will be willing to help you. Established breeders will be willing to help you and talk to you. I think if you
Right.
approach it with, I don't know, just like
Grace.
being a nice person and maybe having like respectful, like Harry did when I first met him. I've told this story a couple times, but when Harry first reached out to me, so I remember it was around Christmas, right, Harry? It was like Christmas break-ish.
Yeah.
And it was right when I moved down here. And historically, like when I would get somebody that asked me as many questions as Harry asked me, I would be like, there's 100% chance this person's not going to buy anything. But he had like a list of questions this long, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, my New Year's resolution or whatever, breeding geckos full time is like, I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah, for sure.
I obviously it worked out because I gained a great friend and
bought a lot of animals.
co-podcaster. He bought a lot of animals, but it just shows like, not that you were a bad customer, Harry, but like I judged a book by its cover because you asked so much info. A lot of times what I had experienced from that was when people just want the info dump, they don't actually buy animals.
Yeah.
It was a test for you, AJ. It was
it wasn't.
And you passed.
Okay. Was it actually? No, I mean I think that because I mean you've told this before, Harry, but I think it was like you saw the live with Gabby and Sam and stuff.
Yep.
And you at that point you didn't really know much of anything, right?
Nope.
You were pretty new. So I mean, it truly was you asking me questions was like you really didn't know any of that.
Correct. Yeah.
You were trying to learn. And
I was trying to learn. It was a test, meaning like I'm gonna ask this guy a ton of questions, and if he's gonna be mean to me, I'm not gonna buy his animals.
Was it really a test?
Was it a test? Well, that's what I did with a lot of people, and then people that didn't.
How many passed?
There's a good amount of people. There's a lot of nice, good people in the hobby.
Yeah. I think so too. There's a lot more good than there is bad, and you know what? Yeah. Manners go a long way, people.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like, how much for this? I mean, just say hi. Send me a little emoji. I don't know.
I love when you post a picture of a gecko that you say is not for sale, and then somebody sends you the picture. How much?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you even read the photo?
Man,
not even hi or how much?
Yeah, my son definitely has more manners than some of these folks.
Yeah.
No, that's so funny.
No, but I guess moral of the story of that whole thing was like, I don't know. You just have like, if you're gonna run a business, like you have to treat people with kindness, and you have to be like, and if you don't have time to respond to people's messages, you probably need to hire somebody to help you with your geckos so you can spend time answering people's messages.
Yeah, you need to help educate people, and you need to make them feel special. I mean,
it's like anything else. Like if you go, if you went to a place where you were interested in buying something and someone treated you with like warmth and educated you on the product or service or whatever, like, and wasn't pushy or whatever, you'd feel inclined to support the business or a person.
Over and over and over again.
It's why people like going to, I don't know, like, it's cheesy as it is, people like Chick-fil-A because they're nice to you.
Yeah.
You know?
My pleasure.
It's like, oh yeah, you get like, they're really nice to you. It moves really fast. The food is, it's always the same.
Very consistent.
So it's like why, it's why people like it, but then you have the opposite where like, you go through and everybody's yelling at you and your food's wrong and it takes an hour to get it. It's like, I'm never going back there. So I don't know. How can we put like actual business principles of good customer service into which is so crazy that we even have to talk about it. But
and I think what you guys did. Oh, go ahead, Jenny.
No, I was just, I think it's practice. We all get better and better at it the more we, especially shows. I mean, that's where you really learn how to talk to people. I think. I mean,
if you ever see Brett, did you see Brett have you ever seen Brett at a show?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Brett Bratcher from Morph
Yeah.
Menagerie.
He's the nicest dude.
He
He's
is
good.
the most patient person I've ever seen at shows. I've seen people talk his ear off for like 5 hours straight and not buy anything, and he
He'll
just
still
sits there,
smile
he
and
just
nod.
stands there and smiles and talks, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I said I think
Yeah,
I've been doing this too long because I can't do it that long.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I hit a wall and you just burst through that wall.
Yeah. I may have to go to the bathroom real quick or something, you know.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
No.
take over.
Yeah, I'm getting a phone call.
Lindsay or
here.
Kristen.
Yeah, 'cause we've been together a lot.
That's
Yeah.
the best when you have
That's awesome.
when you have a
Yeah, that's
partner
fun.
that you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
go.
hoping to get the whole row. We had half the row. Like my
Okay.
cousin breeds ball pythons, and
Oh wow.
so we took up half a row last
Wow, in
time.
Arlington. Nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
cool.
Does so that's Lindsay, cool calm crested.
Cool, calm, and crested. Yeah.
And then does Kristen events with you guys too? Crested
Crested
Works?
works.
Yeah, and then
That's
Chase
cool.
Lagrone, he's at Cat 5 Exotic.
Oh, okay.
And then Nick Shanky Reptiles.
Okay, cool.
He's the snake guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys all kind of like have your little corner.
Yeah, I mean that's our group. You
Nice.
know, we run around together and we love each other and
I love it.
praise
Yeah.
each other and
Yeah.
That's fun. You
Yeah.
gotta have your people.
yeah.
Gotta
for
have your
sure.
group. Yeah, that's awesome.
We're excited when, everybody does something cool.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for your kindness, AJ and Janine. I think that's it's awesome. It's been awesome for the community and for me as well. Kind of.
The only way to be.
I'm drawn to you guys because of that. So
Yeah, same to
Awesome.
you.
yeah. So Janine, where can people find and get your animals? And then how can we get in line for all your hot caps, Frapps, Axe, Sable, Pixels? Where can we find you?
Well, so I'm not super great at posting updated pictures. So you can reach out to me and see if I have anything available.
Yeah. What's the best way to message you, from IG or Facebook?
IG is better, but either one. I mean, really, Morph Market. I'm on Morph Market as well.
Morph Market.
So you can reach me there.
Here's Janine's page.
Lots of reds.
Oh no, where'd it go? Lots of reds.
I like that.
Yeah,
Frapp.
awesome.
Ooh, yes.
Somebody buy that Frapp.
Frappies.
There's someone interested, but
Ooh.
just trying to come up with the monies.
Yeah. You got a lot of cool. So yeah, check out Janine at Morph Market as well. A lot of red ports right now.
I love the red ports. Gorgeous.
You.
I'm about to buy 2 of these.
I give you a discount.
Okay, nice.
Deal.
Nice.
Deal.
That's the Gecko Pod perk right there.
There you go.
Deal. I'll take this one. AJ takes this one.
Yep. Sorry guys, those are gone.
I
Those
can't
be
ship
gone.
right now. Ooh,
That's
I
okay.
can't-
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just 100 degrees.
Oh man, it was so
It's
freaking hot today.
it's so hot. It's so
Yeah, it was
hot.
like 116 or
And
something like that.
Texas is crazy right now.
Oof.
I just
Yeah.
sold the gecko to somebody in Texas, and they're like, "Yeah, it might be like 6 months until I ship it." He's like, "It'll probably be an adult. It won't be 6
my
months, but
goodness.
he's like, yeah, it'll probably be an adult by the time you ship it." And I'm like, "Well, it's like 5 grams now, so I really hope that's not the case."
That's hilarious. Oh, Janine can't get it up to adult size.
Yeah, if it was Janine's feeding schedule, it might be an adult.
So Morph Market, you got Facebook.
Yeah.
Very cool. Instagram.
I'll try
Awesome.
and get better at posting some stuff.
We
I put my snake up.
what we all need is a framed picture of Brian Hu looking disappointed, and we got to put it in our bathrooms. So when we're brushing our teeth each morning, we're just reminded that he's disappointed in us.
Remember to post.
Brian says, "Remember to post."
He's like,
Employee
post
of the
you.
month.
He's like, post you losers.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of like
I
people,
love you, Brian.
people have like positive affirmations. It's just the exact opposite. You're just getting like beat down.
Oh my God, that's
You
great.
need the shame motivation.
Yeah, I need that. That's what I need.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, any other
Giveaway,
things you
Harry.
wanna
Bring up
giveaway?
the
We'll do the
giveaway.
giveaway. Yeah.
Give
We'll do the
away that
giveaway.
pretty cat.
We're
Yep.
gonna do the giveaway. Let's a quick rundown. We're gonna post this on the Gecko Pod Instagram. Share that to your stories on Instagram.
Yeah.
That will enter you for one. Follow Janine. How are we gonna track that, Janine? We'll talk. Maybe if you, I don't know. Maybe if you post the giveaway. I don't know.
Okay, when
Oh,
is
yeah,
it? When
we
does
do
this
that.
go live?
We didn't think there's.
Well, just
Um,
like take all the people that like your page in like a 3-day period or whatever, and
Yeah.
enter them.
yeah.
When does this go live? That's when I'll start counting.
We'll try it Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow or
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah, just let me know, and I'll
Okay.
start the counter.
Okay, whatever it is, we'll have the instructions in the thing. We'll make it overly complicated. We'll try to keep it as simple as possible, and then also subscribe, like, and comment on this episode, on Janine's episode. Tell us what you love about Janine and just say hi, and then we'll enter you in. So those are
And
3
watch
different
more
ways to enter.
episodes.
What's that?
And watch more episodes.
Watch more episodes.
Okay, guys,
The Gecko Pod.
set up a video camera of you watching 36 episodes of the Gecko Pod, and then that will enter you for 20 entries.
Whoever does that, you'll automatically win. It'll take you 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll send you a cap if you watch on video every episode.
And it may
That's so
be
funny.
30 grams by the time you get it.
Oh, that's
They're just
funny.
gonna binge watch it. They're gonna have their eyes like pinned open, and there's
That's funny. Yeah. So we'll run it for the weekend, and then we'll do a
Okay.
drawing on Monday, and we'll make some more announcements. Everything will be posted
Cool.
in the social, so it'll be
Sounds
good. So
Thank
yeah,
you,
thank Janine. You're
Thank you.
awesome. Treehouse Geckos. Follow Janine. Say hi to her. Message
Thank
her,
you, guys.
and then like
Buy
and
her
follow
animals.
and subscribe.
killer stuff.
Get her stuff.
Thanks.
So yeah, thanks
Appreciate
Janine.
it.
Appreciate you. See
Have
you
a
guys.
good night. Bye.
Bye.